I am spraying some perfume because I love the smell of this perfume. It is so good and it makes me happy, and I want to be happy as I film, so yes. But yeah, this perfume is called La Saison. It's from Saison. My favorite perfume right now. It smells so sweet. So now that I have sprayed my perfume and I feel happy, welcome to my channel, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel with Love Favor Adeni. My name is Favor Adeni and I'm a home and lifestyle creator, YouTuber, blogger. You know, I do it all, okay? And I'm also a product designer. I'm happy to have you on my channel. Thank you. And if you're returning, you know what it is. Thank you so much for being part of my journey. I really appreciate it. So guys, today's video is a get to know me video. Today I'm going to be talking about myself, and you know, I like to talk about myself, so why not? But I'm just going to be sharing some things about myself because I actually have never done a get to know me video for YouTube before. So on my Instagram story, I did the Q&A box and I have a couple of questions from there, and I also asked ChatGPT for some prompts, so I'm going to be using a combination of both. Actually, before we get into the questions, okay, before you get to know me, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. From my YouTube stats, it's showing me that most people that watch my videos do not subscribe. I'm not sure why, guys, but please subscribe. Please support your girl. Support a growing YouTuber, okay? You're gonna enjoy the content on here, okay? There's something for you, just to make you feel relaxed. So that's my vlogs that make you feel relaxed, or videos like this that make you feel inspired, or anything. Honestly, there's something for you here, I promise you. So please subscribe, okay? So I'm gonna start with giving like some intro about myself, like just background information about me, okay? So my name is Favor Adeni. I was born and raised in Nigeria, so I am Nigerian and I am Yoruba, okay? That's my tribe in Nigeria. So like I said, I was born and raised in Nigeria, but I came to the US 6 years ago in January 2019 for college. And since then, I graduated college like back in like December 2022. And since then, I've worked at Microsoft as a product designer. So it's been 2 years now, and I'm grateful for this journey. It's been rewarding. I love working at Microsoft. I love my job. I love my project. And I am just grateful to God for this blessing. It's one of the biggest blessings in my life. I'm grateful to God for. What else about me? Yes, I currently live in Arlington, Virginia. It's in the suburbs of DC. She was like 10 minutes away from the city, like from DC. I live very, very close to Georgetown. I actually take morning walks to Georgetown, so I love living here. So what other background information? I'm also a Christian, okay? I love Jesus. I give my life to God, like seriously. I have to put seriously there. I dedicated my life to God, Jesus, I think back in 2017, and since then it's just been a beautiful journey. It's been over 7 years of knowing God deeply, being obedient to his word, failing, trying, growing, abiding in God, feeling scared, but just trusting in God, you know. And I'll say that my relationship with Jesus Christ is the most rewarding journey of my life. It has been the most rewarding journey of my life. So I am very proud to be a Christian, but I am honored that God chose me for such a time as this and even put me in the world, and he wants to talk to me. He wants to have a relationship with me. I feel honored, and yes, I just love God so much, and I want to continue growing in God and trusting in him, you know. So there, that's some background information about me. And I'm also a YouTuber, of course, and of course I'm also a blogger. I have a blog at Home Favor Adeni. I'm going to link it on the screen, also in the description box, so check out my blog. I have a newsletter too. I'm also on Instagram, on Pinterest. I'm going to leave everything for you guys, you know. So that's some background info about me. So the first question today is, what inspired you to start your YouTube channel? This is a very good question. So like I said, I started my YouTube channel I think 3 years ago, and honestly, bro, at that time I was in college, guys, and I just liked watching home and lifestyle content on YouTube. And so I decided to start creating my own content because I had a nice apartment in college. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start creating like content. And that time it was in the fall, I started my content. So my first video was actually like a decorating my apartment for the fall video, and that's how I got into content creation. And that's not how I got into content creation, that's how I got into YouTube. But I would say what really inspired me to be a YouTuber and even inspired me to create some of my lifestyle content was Dima Ume. Dima Ume is a beauty and lifestyle creator in Nigeria. She's one of the biggest, creators in Nigeria, YouTubers in Africa actually. And she's just an amazing and beautiful person. I've never met her, I've never spoken to her, but she's just very inspiring. And I love her so much, honestly. And she has inspired me to be a YouTuber. She did inspire me. And if she ever watches this, girl, I love you. God bless you. Okay. But yeah, so I would say just watching home and lifestyle content on YouTube inspired me, and also just Dima. Yeah. The next is, what are your hobbies? This is a good question, guys, because I feel like I don't really have hobbies, but I do. I just feel like my hobbies are not like other people's hobbies. Like, I don't play sports, but I actually want to start playing sports this year because I need to, okay? But I'll say what my hobbies are. I like watching TV shows. I hope that's a hobby. I think that it is. And I like watching TV shows. One of my favorite things to do. Sometimes I'll binge watch TV shows up until like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. in the morning. But it's not good for me at this point in my life because I need to spend my time wisely and productively. So I don't do that. I try not to do that again, but sometimes I fall back into old habits. It's part of life. So that's one hobby. That's one hobby, watching TV shows. I think another hobby would be journaling. I like journaling, so I just journal most of the time too. I also like taking walks. I think that's actually a big hobby for me. I like taking walks, so I like to walk, at least go on a walk every day, like a 1 hour walk, a 3-mile walk. But with the winter, with the snow, I haven't been walking, which has been sad, but I hope that as it gets warmer, I'll start walking again. I definitely will start walking again when it gets warmer. What else? I like watching celebrity house tours on Architectural Digest YouTube channel. Yes, that's my favorite hobby. I can just sit down for hours and watch people's house tours, like celebrity house tours on Arch Digest YouTube channel, because they are very inspiring to me. Anytime I watch those kind of videos, I just feel inspired to work hard, to be diligent, to know my onions, to just go hard at everything I'm doing, so that one day I'll be able to build a beautiful house, or afford a beautiful house and furnish it to my taste, and do all the extra things I want to do, all the extravagant things I want to do. It just inspires me to work hard, honestly. So that's actually one of my favorite hobbies. And yeah, so I think those are my hobbies. Okay, but this year I want to get into other like hobbies, like maybe playing like pickleball or something. I don't know, we'll see. Someone asked, what do you do for work and what you like about your job? Okay, so like I said, I'm a product designer at Microsoft. That's what I do for work. And I get some people may not really know what a product designer does, so I'll put a description on the screen. But what I do is solve problems. I literally just solve problems. That's what I do every single day. So I work with engineers and product managers. I work on a team, on the acquisitions team, the cloud acquisitions team. And so under acquisitions, there's so many problems, like why are people not signing up, or why are they dropping off, or things like that. So we try to identify those problems, and I work to solve those problems through experimentation. So I design the solutions, we experiment with them. So I'm also like a growth designer. That's like my specialty as a designer. That's what I do for work. And what do I love about my job? I love that I just get to use my mind. And I know that's like a crazy answer, but I love that I get to use my creative thinking skills. Like, I get to sit down and actually think about how to solve a problem, how to approach a problem. I get to also like talk about that with other people, and just using my mind, honestly, because I believe I have a beautiful mind. God has blessed me with a beautiful mind that can solve problems, and I feel like that's my favorite part of my job. I also like having work-life balance. So at Microsoft, they promote flexibility at work and work-life balance, and it's a big part of just working there, and I love it. I really appreciate it. So yeah, someone asked favorite movie. Guys, this is a good question. I do not have a favorite movie. If you asked me 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I would have said Aquaman 1, the first Aquaman movie, because I loved it so much. But right now, I feel like in the past 2 years, I haven't really watched any movie that I'll say, this is my favorite movie. And honestly, I don't know, honestly, but I will say I have a favorite TV show. My favorite TV show of all time is Suits. Suits any day, every day, like anywhere. Suits is my favorite TV show of all time. I started watching it, I think, when I was 16 or 17, and you know, Netflix brought it on recently and everybody started watching it and loving it, and it was so surprising because I watched it years ago. So seeing Netflix bring it on years later and everyone getting like hip to it was like, oh, you guys are late to the party. I've been watching this show for years. But yeah, that's my favorite TV show, Suits. I love it so much. And now they're making like a spin-off, Suits LA. It's coming out in February. I'm looking forward to it. I'm trying not to like cancel it because a lot of people are saying it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good, but just in comparison to the original show, nothing can beat it. Nothing can beat the original Suits. The cast, the banter, the everything. Nah. So if you never watched Suits, go and watch Suits on Netflix, okay? Yes. Someone asked, favorite place you've traveled to? Ooh, that's a good question. Guys, I haven't traveled that much in my adult years. When I was a child, I used to travel with my parents for summer vacations in the UK, in the US, you know. But since coming to the US for college, I haven't traveled that much because, first of all, in college, I didn't have money. I was an international student. I was broke. You know, when I started working 2 years ago at Microsoft, honestly, I haven't really traveled until the last year. I traveled to New York last year. I traveled to Orlando, a couple of places. But honestly, this year I want to do more international trips. But I'll say so far, my favorite place I've traveled to is Orlando. I really liked it. But I hope to do some international trips this year by the grace of God, so look out for that. This is actually a good question. Someone asks, what's something people don't know about you? Why are you trying to be nosy? But something people don't know about me, I would say, okay, I'm gonna just say this. I cannot see with my left eye. I can't see with my left eye. I can only see with one eye. This is a deep and emotional story for me that I will share later in the future. Actually, I'm going to share it very soon because I've been feeling like I need to share my story, my eye journey, because it's going to inspire you guys. But yeah, I can only see with one eye. And then since I was 8, I've only been able to see with one eye. So for the past almost 17 years of my life, I have only used one eye to see. That is something people don't know about me. Yeah, there you have it. So this is from ChatGPT. What are your goals for this year? That's a good question. My goals for this year, I have a lot of goals. I'll say my top 3 goals. My first goal is to really go deeper with God. I want to learn more about God. I want to just continue to trust in God and abide in God. I always say that if this is your best year spiritually, it will be your best year all around. So I want to have my best year spiritually. I want to just know God. I want to spend more time reading the Bible, actually studying the Word of God, because I haven't really done that in recent years. Like, I read the Bible, but not not diligently, just being transparent about that. So I want to be better at that this year and just knowing God and, you know, going deeper in God. My second goal for this year, major goal for this year, I think it's just to have a routine, like have a solid routine, like a morning routine, like just have like a solid routine, like just setting systems in place. I'm reading Atomic Habits and I'm learning about setting systems in place. So I want to do that this year. And I'll say my third goal for the year is just to execute, like my ideas, execute. I don't want to end the year with ideas I had that did not work, and I want to at least work on majority of the ideas I have this year. So those are my goals for this year that I'm excited about. What other questions do I have? Describe a day in your life. This is a good question. A day, what does a day in my life look like? A day in my life looks like, on the best days, the best seasons where I'm serious, I wake up in the morning, I spend like an hour with God, then I go to the gym for like 30 minutes, I work out, then I go for an hour walk, then I come back, then I shower, I get ready for work, and then I prepare avocado toast for myself. I love avocado toast. I do like avocados on sourdough toast. I have sourdough bread, so I just like toast it in my Wonder oven from our place, and then I'll like fry my eggs, and so I have like the avocado toast, then put the eggs and tomato, like grape tomatoes, cut them into like tiny bits. It's so delicious. Try it and you'll love it. In fact, I'm going to make it for you guys. I'll do a recipe so you guys can see how it looks. It's nice. It's really nice. And then after that, I will shower. So by this time, I'm already showered, right? So I'm ready, like, okay, so I'm eating. I'm done eating. I'll now go to work, attend meetings, do some design work when I'm done for the day. I run any errands I need to run, go for a walk if I want to still walk more and get some fresh air, come back and eat dinner. I mean, I microwave some food if I have food in my fridge, or I mean, make dinner, a quick dinner for myself if I'm in the mood, or most of the time I eat takeout for dinner. Not gonna like, just being transparent, but this year I'm working towards not doing that. So yeah, but that's what a typical day in my life looks like. And then in the night I try to call my friends. Most of my friends live on the West Coast, so I sleep late sometimes because I do some FaceTime with them. But that's what a day in my life looks like, guys. Okay, just pretty straightforward, nothing fun or exciting. But I try to romanticize every moment of my day. Well, not every moment, but most of the moments. So I live a very visually appealing life. I live a very beautiful, I tell myself I live a very beautiful life because I try to create a beautiful life for myself, because God has given me a good life and it is my job to steward over it and make it more beautiful, right? So I try to make my life more beautiful. I try to beautify my life because God has already given me beauty, so why not? So going on the last question right now. Last question. What's your content about? This is from ChatGPT. So my content is about, I want to just say home and lifestyle and fashion and faith and whatever, but I feel like everyone just always says that. I would say my content is really about beautifying your life through home, through lifestyle, through your faith, through your career, right? So my content is about beautifying your life, and I really want to just inspire people. Excuse me, I just drank water. I really want to just inspire people to beautify their lives and create beautiful life for themselves, you know, by beautifying their spaces, where they live, their environments, because guys, your immediate environment has an impact on how productive you are and how inspired and you are and all those kind of things. So I want to empower people to do that through my content, and that's one way to beautify your life, you know, through faith. Faith is the ultimate beautifier of life. Just getting closer with God, trusting God, knowing more about Him, reading His word, abiding in His word. That will ultimately beautify every aspect of your life, you know. And also your career, just living a rewarding life where you go to work every day, you do something you're passionate about, you're actually creating impact in the world. I think that's just a beautiful thing, and it's a way to beautify your life. So honestly, I would say my content is all about beautifying your life, but of course in the categories of home, lifestyle, fashion. And I also say, like, I want to do more career related topics. Like, I want to talk more about my career, because in the past few years I have helped a lot of people get jobs. A lot of people get jobs and internships, especially like college students. So honestly, like, I want to do more career topics. So if you have any career topics for me to cover, please ask in the comment section, because I want to cover that moving forward. But yeah, guys, that is all for today. I feel like this is a good way to set the foundation for the year, this introduction video. What do you guys think? I think so. But anyways, if you watched it, thank you for watching to the end. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Give the video a thumbs up. Share with someone, you know, so that you can also enjoy it. Comment below what you liked about the video, other content ideas you have for me to do. I would love to hear it. And honestly, I'm just really grateful for this video. I really enjoyed filming it. I feel so good about myself right now. Anyways, thank you again for watching. With love, Favor Adeni, and I'll see you next time. Bye.